Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on my first video. I am here with my second video. I filmed a look today on this look. It's kind of like a bronzy gold eyeshadow look, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, please leave your questions down below and I'll respond to you guys as much as I can. All I did was just pin my hair back so it's not in my face. That way you guys can see how I'm going to be doing my makeup. The first thing I'm going to start off with is MAC's Soft Ochre Painterly, or MAC's Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. So I use this all the time to prime my lids because I feel like this is like, it's a nice shade, and also I feel like it helps make my eyeshadow stay on a little longer. I'm going to be using a Morphe 4525 brush. It's just like a normal looking brush, I guess you can say. I'm just going to apply this on my lids. And what I usually like to do is just take a regular blending brush. This is the Morphe E27. It has no product on it, and I just like to go in with this just to kind of blend it out, so there's no like harsh edges, or just for it to like all kind of look clean and nice. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I do have my face makeup on already, but I will list everything that I have on my face in the description box down below so you guys all know. And I will try and film like a full face routine soon for you guys. Don't worry, I got you guys. I'm going to be using my Makeup Geek eyeshadows and a few of my Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadows. I mentioned this palette in my January favorites videos that I just posted, so if you guys want a more in-depth video, let me know. I'll go over it, but I will be naming all the shades for you guys. The first shade I'm going to be using is from Anastasia. It's called a Burnt Orange. And yeah, the name explains it all. It's just like a normal burnt orange color. I'm going to be using a Japanese brush. This is a no-name brush, but it's just like a normal blending brush. I'm going to go with that burnt orange. It's going to tap off the excess and just apply that right into my crease. And I'm using a very light hand, especially when you're blending and the amount of blending you usually do. Just use a light hand, because if you go in with like a really heavy hand in the beginning, it's going to be harder for you to get that product off. So it's easier to start lighter and then build it as you're going on gradually. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just tapping off the excess and applying this onto my crease. Now with a smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe M433. It's really similar to the MAC 217 brush, so if you have that one or this one, they both work. I am going to go in with Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear is one of my favorite eyeshadows. I love it. I think it's such a pretty color. It's like a brownie, reddish undertone color. I love it. I'm just going to take a little bit of that, tap off the excess, and just apply that more into the outer corner than on the crease. And if it looks a little messy, don't worry, because we're going to go back in and blend anyways. Blending is key when it comes to eyeshadow, just because you can, as messy as it gets, it's so easy to make it look clean just by blending a little bit more. Now going back in with that same Japanese blending brush. If you have a MAC 217 or if you have a Morphe M412, anything fluffy and kind of rounded will work. With no product on that brush, I'm just going to blend all of this product in so it looks nice and clean. And you want it to look even as well. Now we're going to darken up the ends just a tad. I am going to be using, what brush should I use, you guys? I'm going to go in with my Sienna brush. This is the number 19 mini feather brush. I really love this brush. Another similar brush to this is the Morphe M506. I'm going to go in with a darker brown. This is Anastasia's eyeshadow and smoke. It's like a nice dark brown. It's a really pretty color. I'm going to use a little bit of that, tap off the excess, and just apply that on the outer crease. Like I said, if it's messy, don't trip. Just go back in with your blending brush. Just blend that eyeshadow out. We're going to go in with the star of the show eyeshadow in Nillionaire. This is from ColourPop Cosmetics. I love ColourPop Cosmetics. They're so inexpensive. Their eyeshadows are like $5 and they work so nice. I'm going to show you guys. It's such a pretty color. You can always substitute this for any other color you feel more comfortable with, because I know it might be a little bit too dramatic for some of you. So I'm just going to take a Morphe M167 brush, and I'm just going to apply this straight onto the lid. As you guys can see, that just like, I literally just like swiped the eyeshadow once and you get this much payoff. And I still have so much more product on my brush. Like, look how pretty that shadow is. Like, I love this color so much. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bomb. Now with a little bit of this MAC Gold pigment in the color Reflects Bronze, I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just apply some Fix Plus on the back of the brush that I was using. I'm going to dip my brush into it very lightly, tap off the excess because there's a ton of glitter on this. Now I'm just going to apply just a little bit of this. And then there you go. So bomb. Thank you so much. Okay. Now we're going to do the eyeliner part, which I don't know what my eyeliner is. Tricky. Let's just do the wing liner first. I'm going to be using my all-time favorite brush, my MAC 210 brush. This is the only brush I'll ever use. And for today's look, I'm going to be using my Ingot number 77 gel liner. So, a look is never complete without a liner from the Queen of Liner, right? This is what you guys have all been waiting for, is how I slay my eyeliner every time. But you know what? It's not as easy as it looks. It takes practice. So I'm just going to go in with a MAC 210 brush, Ingot 77 liner. Excuse the ugly faces I make when I'm doing eyeliner. You guys have to realize that it's kind of hard to be like looking straight into the camera and doing eyeliner. It's a little tricky. So what I do first is I start from the edge of my eye and I just drag a line towards the brows. And now I always have like a little bit in the back of my hand. I just go back into that and just pick up a little bit more. Now I'm going to connect it back. I'm not going to connect it back from where it actually ends. I'm going to connect it back a little bit less than where it actually ends because I still want the line to be sharp. Because you know that's how you slay your eyeliner. I'm going to connect it back in. I'm just going to fill in that little gap so it doesn't look awkward. It's going to continue going and like making it a little thicker. Now I'm going to go into the inner part. The inner part is really easy. You just like literally just like from whatever you have when you're filling in at the top, the inside of your lid, you're just going to keep following it along and just like dragging just a little line from your tear duct. See, that's all it was. And now obviously you can just keep going back and just filling it in wherever there's like an empty gap or you feel like you want to make it a little more thicker or longer. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with my wing. Yes, I know. How did she do it? I don't know. Just kidding. Don't hate. Okay. Now for the other side, same thing. Same brush, same technique. I'm just gonna draw a line going out, flick it back in. Kind of like a flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Funny, right? Honestly, never wear rings when you're doing eyeliner because it's not that easy. Your fingers will kind of get stuck in the rings and like your hands slide off. Like, it's not fun. Don't be too close to this. I can try to hold a little farther. So excuse me. You have to understand, it's really hard to talk and do your eyeliner at the same damn time. Same thing, we're just gonna kind of flick it this part in. Now I'm going to go in with my MAC Feline pencil eyeliner. And I'm just going to apply this in the waterline. That's actually really uncomfortable to do, in case some of you guys were wondering. Now I'm going to be using like a flat brush. I'm going to use the MAC 212 brush. I'm just going to go in with Makeup Geek's Corrupt Black eyeshadow, so any black shadow will do. And I'm just going to pack this under the liner, so this kind of helps the liner not smudge for me, I feel like. So I'm not packing it inside the waterline, it's under the waterline. So I feel like it helps it not smudge or move, and I feel like it helps it stay in place all day. So it kind of like sets the inside eyeliner. So what I like to do is I like to connect it to the lower eyeliner and then connect it back into where I have the flick in the inside part. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to go in with just a regular pencil brush, so any pencil brush will do. Hello! I'm going to go back in with my Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear eyeshadow and my Mika's Beauty E310 brush. It's just a regular pencil brush. I'm just going to dip a little bit of that, tap the excess off, and I'm going to use that to smoke out my lower lash line a bit more. It's going to give it a more like a dramatic look. Same thing with the other side. Your eyes might get a little watery like mine do, but it's okay. How I usually achieve like my like smoked out lower lash line. I use a black first, and then I'll use like any like a burnt orange or like a brownie color to smoke it underneath to give it more of like a dramatic effect. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite mascara, which I talked about as well in my January favorites video. It's my MAC Zoom Lash Zoom Black Mascara. Now what I'm gonna do is apply a few coats of mascara, and then I'm gonna apply a few coats on the bottom as well. And you know what? It's okay if you get a little bit of mascara on the bottom because it's not going to show because you have that black. I'm going to go in with some of my favorite lashes from Huda Beauty. It's going to apply some glue. I'm using the House of Lashes Dark Adhesive Glue. So I'm just going to let these dry before I apply them. I'm going to use tweezers. I'm going to give these a little puff. I'm just going to use tweezers to apply them. And usually looking straight down for me helps. I feel like it's a better guide. Same thing with the other lash. Just going to let it dry a little bit. I'll look down and kind of place these. The tweezer really does help a lot, you guys. It really does. I feel like it's easier to adjust and move around. Now that I am done with lashes, I'm going to go in with my liquid lipstick. I'm going to go in with Plum lip liner from MAC and Share Hydra Matte liquid lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. I'm just going to line my lips first. I had like a pinky liquid lipstick on before, and like now it's like the color stained my lips, so excuse that. Oh yes, and I do overline my lips. Thank you so much for noticing. I do have a coupon code for this. If you go on Gerard Cosmetics website, if you use a coupon code, if you go under, if you apply the coupon code, it is my name, Shabnam. So if you guys are interested in buying something from them, you use my code. I mean, this color is everything. Oh, yeah. Yes, Gerard Cosmetics. Their colors, you guys, are so bomb. Like, this is my shade. So here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry if I'm not very good at explaining stuff or showing it too close to the camera. I'm still getting a hang of this whole YouTube thing. It's something new for me, but I promise you guys as time progresses, I'll be better than ever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time.